Alright, Disruptors. Today we're taking a deep dive into Reignbreaker, an action roguelite set into a dystopian medieval punk world. Players step into the role of Clef, a fearless rebel armed with javelins, seeking to overthrow an oppressive queen. The premise is compelling, but does the gameplay hold up? Let's find out. At its core, Reignbreaker is built around fast-paced combat, though it initially feels sluggish. Early encounters are restrictive due to the lack of ranged javelin techniques, making close-quarters combat feel somewhat clunky. However, once the javelin ability is unlocked, the gameplay becomes significantly more fluid and dynamic. The game boasts 25 unique javelins, each featuring distinct bayonets that alter attack styles, ranging from shotgun blasts to railgun shots. Additionally, aspects and motor mods introduce special abilities such as rooting enemies or applying damage over time. Despite the variety on paper, Reignbreaker struggles with meaningful build diversity. The strongest strategies rely on highly specific artifacts, leading to overpowered combinations that overshadow other playstyles. Conversely, if the right artifacts are not obtained, some builds feel ineffective. This imbalance creates a sense of rigidity, where experimentation is discouraged in favor of optimal yet repetitive approaches. Unlike Hades, which thrives on weapon variety and adaptive playstyles, Reignbreaker locks players into the javelin system, ultimately limiting long-term engagement. Visually, Reignbreaker presents a stunning dystopian medieval punk world. The combination of graffiti-covered ruins and a lawless atmosphere establishes a compelling aesthetic. However, the excitement fades as the environment lacks diversity, making progression feel static. Enemy designs, too, remain largely repetitive with minor variations in resistances rather than distinct mechanics. One of the game's highlights is the character interactions. The voice acting is superb, bringing a sense of humor and rivalry to the exchange between Clef and the Queen's forces.
Looking at you is like looking at my least favourite legion.
Says my least favourite mummy monarch sycophant.
Okay.
You are an unrepentant cockalorum.
Better than a self-satisfied lickspittle.
Lickspittle? How dare you?
While the banter adds charm, the overarching narrative remains underdeveloped. The story serves more as a backdrop to the action rather than a compelling journey, leaving characters with limited depth and arcs that never really fully develop. Artistically, Reignbreaker excels. The contrast between its gritty world and vibrant graffiti gives the setting a unique visual identity. The soundtrack is another standout feature, dynamically adjusting to gameplay intensity. It enhances the moment-to-moment action while also allowing for quieter moments in menus. Sound design overall is well executed. Combat and movement effects provide clear and satisfying feedback, and the voice acting is particularly strong. Performances are well delivered, enunciated clearly, and add an extra layer of immersion. It's unfortunate that the narrative does not fully utilize the talent behind these voices. One of Reignbreaker's biggest shortcomings is its lack of replayability. The game can be completed in 6 to 8 hours, with 100% completion adding only a couple more. Once the campaign is finished, there is little incentive to return, as the repetitive enemies, static map, and limited build variety prevent fresh experiences in subsequent runs. The difficulty curve is uneven. Early progression feels slow due to the restricted combat system, but once upgrades are unlocked, the challenges diminish significantly. The faction-based artifact system attempts to encourage varied playstyles, but stacking a single faction's artifacts results in overwhelmingly strong builds, while mixed builds tend to underperform. This design choice further reduces strategic flexibility. Reignbreaker excels in art direction, music, and voice acting, but it struggles with combat depth, enemy variety, and replayability. While it draws clear inspiration from Hades, it lacks the same level of balance and variety, making it feel like a less refined entry in the genre. priced at $9.99 or $8.99 on sale, Reignbreaker offers decent value for a short roguelike experience. It provides an enjoyable, albeit brief, adventure, but lacks the long-term depth needed to stand out. For those looking for a temporary fix in the roguelike genre, it may suffice, but it leaves much to be desired. With this in mind, we're going to leave a final score of 6.5 out of 10. What do you think, Disruptors? If you've played Reignbreaker, let's discuss your thoughts in the comments.